So we are playing someone from Sweden.
चौधरी मैं लाइफ टाइम जा रही हूँ.
So should we take this? And then if he will come here. So if we take this, he can take with this. So takes, and if I do this, takes, then if I come here, you jump here. I'm taking the d pawn with the c pawn, so that should have some. If his queen comes here, so I'm thinking of putting this bishop here. If he jumps here, I just pull my bishop back. And then I will put my queen here. So we'll have a queen and a light square bishop battery aiming at the h pawn. Yeah, that's what I thought, right? So let's pull this back. This comes here next. Queen comes here. Okay, so if I don't take, if he takes, I take. Yeah, he can't, right? This is hanging. So if he takes, I will take. And if he jumps here, the rook is gone. If he takes, I take. And if he jumps here, which means I can't put my queen here. Not right now, so let's just castle. I can also put my queen here. So I can take with this. He jumps here. Or I take with this. He jumps here. And this is hanging. So if I take with this, he comes here. If I take with this, he comes here. This is hanging now. Take this, queen comes here. Can do this. So I'm thinking of, yeah. So what I was thinking was putting this here, pins the knight. You can do, I will take it like this. Just do that. So we pin the knight. Okay, this is looking. So now what we can do is do this. So if you take, I take. You take, I take, and then both your rook and your knight are hanging. Did I calculate that right? If he takes my queen, I take his queen, then he can move his rook out, but he will lose his knight, or he can move his knight out from here. Can't really go anywhere, right? And then I take this, so I will lose my bishop for a rook, which is 2 points. Or if he saves his rook, then he straight up loses his bishop. Yeah, he does this. So now this is under attack, this is under attack. So if you save your rook, you lose your knight, which is 3 points. You can save your knight by doing something like this. I take your rook and you take my bishop, so you lose 2 points. How does that help? I take this. Threat is still there. This threat is also there. It's a meaningless move. Unless after I do this, you do something like this. I don't know, that makes no sense. If you come here, I will still take your rook. Okay, that still doesn't make any sense because I will take this. Now you are again 2 pieces hanging. So you protect it, but this is pinned right now. So if I do this, the thing is his bishop moves. Anywhere, I take it. So if I just, and if it doesn't move, then I capture. And knight is protected. Yeah, this is perfect. So if you move your, as long as you don't give me check, I am cool. So no matter where your bishop goes, your rook hangs. If your bishop doesn't move, then bishop is gone. In fact, I will force, yeah, oh that's, okay, so you are saying you will do this. So if I take this, it's protected, my friend. What are you calculating? If I take this, you can't take it. So this is guarded. I can just put my bishop here. It's all good. And then I will take this. Simple tactics. What happened? You did this. Okay, this is protected, so I don't know what you are threatening. Okay, you are trying to protect that. So now we are just looking for exchanges. This is actually a check, no, not a check. Yeah, it is a checkmate, right? If I come here, that's a checkmate. Okay, so we have a simple one move threat. And how are you going to protect your king? You have to get your king here. You can't, because my bishop, dude, it's game over. Your king cannot come here. Your rook is stuck. You can't come here. Bishop takes it. You can't come here. Bishop takes it. You can't come here. You are, yeah, it's game over, my friend. It's checkmate. This was a What did you do? So you just took it, which will allow me to do this. And checkmate. So let's see, what do we get, white or black this time. We are playing a 15-minute 10-second increment, just like we do all the time. Okay, so this time we are getting black. Our opponent is from India and seems like it's a relatively new account. Okay, I will still do c6 d5. I'll see this transposes to Karukan, and I like that. So we are in advanced variation. Let's see if I remember my theory. So right now we are all in theory. I don't claim to be an expert, guys, in Karukan, so I might make mistake, but let's see how far. It can get complicated, but yeah, so far it's all theory. So we pin the knight, and oh boy, what the hell was that? Oh, he's going to fianchetto his bishop. So if I take, his queen comes here, then I take this. Okay, let's calculate. If I take this, he has to take like this. Then I do this, he comes here, and then I can do this. So let's do that. So I think, yeah, so now we take this and we get a pawn. So I can do this. That will also put pressure here. So I have two options. I can bring it back, which I don't want to, and I want to do this. Then we'll close the pawn chain. One reason, okay, this is. We do lose our knight. but I kind of made a mistake by pinning my knight. Okay, he didn't fall for it. It's kind of funny that he didn't. If I bring my knight back, I'm worried my queen will get trapped. In fact, it is under attack. Do this. He does this. Come here and give a check like that. He's trying to stop me from castling. One option is to just take it and he comes here, which I don't like. The other option is to do this. He moves back. Okay, so how about this? Takes, tempo on the queen. Steps back, this. Steps back. Or maybe this first. Steps back. And then we can push the pawn, yeah. So he just abandoned. It was just a bizarre game. First of all, this guy was taking no time to think. He was just playing like a robot. I don't know why people play like that. If you are playing a 15-minute, 10-second increment, and look at his time, 15 minutes, 48 seconds. That means he actually took less than 10 seconds per move. Actually, he has more time now than at the start of the game. I don't understand why people play like this. Anyway, we won 987. Let's try playing one more game. So our opponent is from United States, couple of year old account. We'll play Khan again. Okay, he's doing alien gambit, so I won't do this, that's for sure. So I will do this. If you take, I take like this. So what we will do is, we will do this. If he takes, we take like this, and yeah, let's do that. Never really played alien gambit, so this is going to be fun. Although I'm assuming in 15-minute, 10-second increment, I should be able to calculate. So in alien gambit, people play this. I am not going to do that. So I am not investing this. Yeah, so you could go for it. So he will come here, right? So first thing we do is we take, yeah, first thing we do is we do this. Now you can come here and I just go back here. Yeah, so that is standard. And now the question is, do I push this pawn or do I get this here? So if I push this pawn and if he pushes this, if I push this pawn, he pushes this, we can take it. If he takes like this, we can take like that. And if I develop my bishop, and if he comes here and gives a check, that will be a problem, right? Yeah, so let's push the pawn. Now if you come here, I just step back. So if you take, I will take your pawn. Should do this, I think. If you come here, I will come back. Yeah, let's do that. Should I put it here or should I put it here? He cannot take it because the queen is in front. If he takes this, we do this. Actually, then it would be a problem, right? So if I put it here, if he does this, I take with this and he comes and takes this. So if we put it here, he does this, I do this. The queen can come here. Okay, I see. So this needs to be guarded. So if he takes, we take, he's probably going to bring his second rook here. I think I should put it here. That makes more sense. Because if you take, I take, and you then can't come here. I will take with my rook. Can't come. I'll just tuck my king behind. So I'm thinking of putting this here and then bringing it here once the queen moves, obviously. If he puts his queen here, yeah, I will still do that. If he gets his queen here, I will still come here. Okay, so doing this. So if I do this, he will take it. Actually, he can't take it, this is guarded. So if I do this, if he takes with this, I have plenty of firepower here. Can't take this also. Can't take this. If he takes this first, but I can do this. So now if you take, yeah, I'm coming here. He takes this. Wow, the guy resigned. Why did he resign? Oh, because okay. Yeah, this was actually I was losing at one point. So let me import this game into my software. I have this software called N-Croissant, which is really nice for analysis. So let's, I was black, let's run an analysis. And while the analysis is running, let's see how we did. Let's run the engine. So here, yeah, see, this is the engine recommendation. So I had studied this, so I knew takes. So far we are doing fine, but I did make a mistake. So at this point, I developed knight, which is the right move. He comes here, pawn is the right move. Castles. Okay, so the engine is saying do this to prevent this check. I see. So this move should be delayed, so that now he cannot. So I didn't do that, which was the mistakes. So now see, but I still have 1 point advantage. So he comes here, and the second mistake I made was I came here, which was the mistake. You should come here. So this was obvious. Yeah, that's a blunder. And he comes here. Now I'm royally screwed. So the engine wants me to come here and give up my queen. So I made a blunder here. He could have just taken my queen with his knight, but I guess luck was on my side because this guy came here like a clown. I take this, he takes this, and now we are actually 2 points ahead. So from here it was just a question of just surviving. Yeah, I made a mistake with my queen move here. That was mistake. He comes here, I go back that, and then I come here. Yeah, so I made mistakes, but we were able to get his knight. So at this point we are +3, but our king is kind of, and our rook is also not developed. So I had to figure out a way to manually castle my king. Okay, so I come here. Engine wanted me and my queen to come here. Okay, so I should have done this. I'm just thinking of getting the rook out. That's why I was doing this. Yeah, this move made no sense. Engine still wants me to come here. Instead I get I wanted to develop my bishop. Rook we put in the right spot. Yeah, I really thought a lot hard, and because if I had put here, there were problems actually. See, if I put it here now, yeah, then he will take it, and now I am screwed. I can't take with this, so I will have to take with my pawn, and that's, so I calculated that line. So I did the right thing here. Again, this move makes no sense. And wow, so yeah, actually that was a mistake, but my thought process was if he takes, I will give a check. He moves, and then yeah, but anyway, so he panics, he does this, he panics, I bring this here, which is the correct engine move, gets out of the way, and we pick one of the engine moves, not the best move, but one of the engine moves. We come here, and he takes, we take, the rook comes here, which is a mistake. Yeah, and he resigns. But going back, so if someone is playing Alien Gambit, so far so good. At this point onward, don't push this pawn, instead push your c pawn, and then when they sack their knight, take it, then they will either develop their knight or a bishop, right? So he gets his knight out. Now you don't want him to come and give you check, but before that you develop your knight because it guards this. So now he will come here and give a check most likely, or he will get his bishop out and give you a check, right? Those are the two moves. So if the bishop comes out, you block with the pawn. Bishop comes out, block with the pawn. So far so good. Now he is most likely going to come here or castle. So a lot of times people castle because they are like, hey, now my king is safe, and then you delay the h pawn push. Now you do this. So this prevents any check, no checks anymore. If you come here, I'm just going to take it, and if you take this, boom goes the dynamite. I take your queen, and now you have no attack is left, so you can't do that. So this see, what happens is in Alien Gambit, what people do is once the knight jumps here, people immediately do this. That's not the best move. Stockfish actually says do this, and then after all this bullshit, when you block with the pawn here, now do this and you are good. No, I didn't do that, so that was a mistake. I did this, yeah, that was because I was thinking of doing this and kind of pushing it, but yeah, this was a mistake. And so once the knight comes here, so if you make this mistake now, don't go back here, you need to come here. If you come here, you are fine, you are still fine. I mean, they can take this, so they get a pawn, you take it, they will come here and you do this, so it's not so bad. But you can avoid all this by just playing h pawn move, just delay it, don't play it immediately, play it little later, play it after this knight is developed, because now we have blocked this square, so he can't come here, and this pawn blocks this square, so now he can't come here, so now you are basically covered. The king cannot get a check, this check is neutralized, so now the king is safe. And so from this point onward, say he does this, take it, if he gets his rook out, now you get develop your bishop. Let's say he makes some move, this, now you get your rook out, yeah, and then after that whatever he does, now when we get a chance, we can tuck our king back. So do something like this. If he's trying to come here, now you can tuck your king back, although here it's probably not a good idea, so not like that, but yeah, I mean, so here he's saying bring this here, but you get the idea, right? So alien gambit, you shouldn't be scared of alien gambit. It at least in 15-minute 10-second increment, alien gambit can be handled. I blundered, like in this one I made this mistake, so yeah, that was a mistake. But let's look at the game report here. Okay, so this the graph is okay, so white was up until the sack, and then he was down here, and he's down here until I make this move. This was the dumb move, he gives me a check, and then I moved my king to g8 instead of e8, yeah, and now white was winning. From here he is winning, and I make an obvious blunder, but in the heat of the moment, my opponent didn't see this obvious mistake. I guess he was too tunnel visioned on this forking, so he comes here, and after that, yeah, you do get my rook, but then life is good from this point onward. Okay, so we survived alien attack, we survived the alien gambit. This was not the textbook alien gambit, but anyway, we survived, so yes. And let's go back to, let me save this. By the way, this software, it's called N-Croissant. It's totally free, open source, it's available on Windows, Mac, Linux, and it is awesome. It also gives you a game report, so just like chess.com, see, you get a game report, there is one good move, there is one blunder, it shows you all that, so you don't have to pay for chess.com subscription, you can get all this. And I like the UI, it's very similar to ELO Chess or chess.com. In fact, if you look at my pieces and my color theme here, it's exactly identical to chess.com. See, this is chess.com and this is this software, right? Both look identical, so I really like this. Okay, so this was awesome. We are now at 994, so one more win and we will hit 1000. So we are at 986, we are playing with white. Our opponent is from India, relatively new account. So he is going for this setup. Okay, what the hell is that? I don't know. Get my bishop out. Not sure what he's trying to do. Probably get my knight here, put my queen here, put some pressure on this pawn. Also, this diagonal looks juicy. Is this check useful? Not really. Let's just castle. Just don't want him to push this. Bishop is attacked. We can pull it back, I guess. If he castles, I take this pawn. I completely missed this. So I take your pawn, your queen comes here. So I take your bishop, your queen comes here. I come here, can't give me check. Yeah, what are you going to do? I will do this next. He wants to come here. Or he wants to come here. I do this. He comes here. So let's calculate, right? Do this, he comes here, I come here. Should have taken it actually. Not going well, man. I think we finally got him. This is completely blocked. Can't come here, can't come here. So can't come here, 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 here. So only basically these two squares, and then I will just do this. And if he comes, yeah, then if he comes here and if he goes there, then also checkmate. So here. I think we finally got him. His rook was out of commission. He kind of got trapped because otherwise he could have, my king is exposed. So I was worried about perpetual checks. But now it's all over. Wow, so this was an exciting game. This was an exciting game because I made mistakes. My opponent had an upper hand. Like in the beginning when he sacked his bishop, I knew I could defend it. Like that kind of sack usually does not work. But then I messed up. And that was my problem. So, okay, this is a checkmate, right? Okay, so yeah, that was the thing. So what I'm talking about is let's review this game. This is an interesting game. Let's review it. So I will bring it into my trusty software and croissant. So we were playing white. Let's do a analysis, and while the analysis is happening, let's see. So far this he's doing fianchetto, everything is standard, this is all fine. In fact, we are winning. The engine is giving us 1.9. Kick back. Yeah, he creates a battery and I completely, sorry, not that, this battery, and I totally missed it. So I come here. Yeah, so we keep playing like that. I guess he was contemplating whether he should sack, and finally he sacks, right? See, here we are winning. Engine is giving us 1.5. Taking is the right option. He comes here and then this is the right option. So I'm familiar with this, and here I was confident so far. Now the knight comes here, I should have taken it. This was my blunder. You just take the knight. This was my blunder because I was so focused on trying to get my pieces that I didn't notice this. So I did this. That was my mistake because I basically screwed myself up. By moving this bishop, I now have two attackers on the, yeah, see, that's the blunder. That was my mistake. And see the evaluation from plus 3.2, I dropped to -3. So that was a swing of 6 points. I completely fucked up here. And funny enough, he should have taken with his queen. This was a better move. Forcing a queen exchange, I suppose. Okay, so he does this. And I was down, but I'm like, hey, I'm not going to resign. Resigning is not on the cards. So he does this, takes, engine move. We come back. He does this. And then I am planning to, okay, so there was pressure on this pawn. Surprisingly, engine says screw that pawn and push these guys. I'm not sure what the engine is doing here. So I do this. I do this. So at this point, my opponent is 3.1. He goes back. I tuck my king here. And I wanted to get my second rook. Yeah, so I do this. That pawn, he takes it, yes. And I take back. Yeah, and this was where I was worried because I actually, when I made this move, this was probably not a good move. Because if had the queens been exchanged, because I was down 2 pawns, probably I would have lost the endgame. But my opponent chickened out and he did not take the queen. And then that allowed me to pin his bishop. He does this. And I had a check here. So engine is saying either give a check, this check, or take this. So if I take, he will take like this. Then give a check. King moves away. Take this. He takes back. Okay, so it's, I mean, there is no concrete plans here, but I just got my knight out because I knew that I had to bring in more pieces towards the enemy king. That's just, rudimentary chess. If you have no idea what to do, just move your pieces towards enemy king. So that's what I did. I knew that he could come and give me a check, but now my rook could intercept. So that's, yeah, he takes it, I take back, he gives me a check, and okay, so the engine is saying move your king, either this or this. But I was like, no, my rook is going to counter attack. That worked. He goes back. Now the engine wants me to take his knight. And I, on the other hand, I was like, hey, I have two attackers here. So the engine doesn't like this move. He takes it, I take it. Oh, comes back. That was the mistake. The king should have come forward. Instead, he does this, and now we are smack even, 0. So the engine wanted this. Okay, but anyway, so now, okay, the engine wanted my queen to immediately come here. Instead, I put pressure on this pawn, and he does this. I get my bishop. That was his common sense. And then I don't know why. Yeah, he was thinking of a check, and I calculated this, and I knew that there was nothing. One check, and I will just tuck my king, and then he has nothing. So I take it. He gives me a check, I tuck my king, and now, yeah, that's the other blunder. So he should have come here. Instead, he goes like this. And I also do a blunder. So what was I supposed to do? So when he does this, I was supposed to do this. Oh, because comes here, you can take it. Okay. So he comes here. I do. Yeah, I mean, I knew I had to move my bishop. That I knew. I didn't know where to put my bishop. That was my concern. So the engine wanted me to put my bishop here. But wouldn't he just take it like this? Yeah, but then you can do this. I see. So the engine wanted me to stay on this diagonal because otherwise the rook would come here and defend. So obviously at this point I knew I had to get my bishop out because then the queen and rook will gang up on the knight. But I was low on time here, so I really didn't know where to put. See, I took so much time, 240. I had only 1 minute left, so yeah, I was quite panicking. And my opponent makes this blunder. I take it, and now we are winning. So he comes here, and I had again very little time. So I could have intercepted both with my rook or bishop, doesn't matter. I will intercept with this, tempo on the queen, gets out, check, comes here. Okay, I could have given with my queen also. Check, comes here, check, comes here. Oh, jeez. The rook is hanging. I didn't even notice. I mean, you have to excuse me, guys. I was low on time, and I am not a blitz player. My brain stops working when the time goes below a minute. When that timer turns red color and starts going fast, I panic. So I was only looking at, okay, how do I give the king a check, right? So I didn't even notice that I could have just finished the game right here. Anyway, he comes here, and this is a mistake. Yeah, that was a mistake. And then after that, his rook was completely out of the game. Check. That's a good move according to engine. Comes here. Okay. All three are possible. Actually, engine says all three are fine. So I got one of them. Comes here. Yeah, and now it's all. Oh, there was a move here, which is a mate in one. I completely missed it. I was actually more thinking along the lines ki once I put this, the queen is gone. And I was like, once the queen is gone, I will win. So I completely missed mate in one. Yeah, I do this. I could have still done this. So if I come here and give a check, it has to move out. And come here, and that's come here. Yeah, but no human will play like that. Anyway, so I do this, you take the queen, and yeah, now it was just a question of. So I come here. Yeah, I just need to find checks because I didn't want his rook to give me check, and right now his rook is in such a horrible spot, he cannot give me check. So that was my concern. Just keep giving him check. So here I couldn't give him check, but I wanted to come close. Now he takes my pawn, but yeah, and this one is hanging. So I guard it. Now the rook is again stuck. Check, comes here, check, goes back, check, goes back. Okay. Yeah, that's the best engine move. Okay. And yeah, now it's all over. Jeez. So I think this is perfect game to end the stream. I think this was very satisfying. So where are we? I'm still 994. I come close to 1000, then I lose a game.
So yeah, I think I will not play anymore because I'm always losing. So I think I need to take some rest, come back with fresh mind, and then I will cross 1000. Otherwise, I'm going to lose the next game again. I'm tired. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. This was awesome. Thanks.